So center one is mental maps and sneak a peek. And the outline, like Carrie said, is always taped to the boxes, so that's a good reference. It helps you know what should be in there. In this center, the goal is to get students to think about how observation and memory help people and animals to navigate and find things. So the first part that you're going to do is talk about mental maps. And you're going to ask the kids questions like, how do we know where things are? Like, how would you know where to find the cookies in your house? Or how would you know where to find your toothbrush? How do you find your way around your house, around your school? What landmarks do you have in your head that maybe you didn't even know you had? And then you can ask them, what role do you think mental maps play in helping you find your way? So if your mom asked you to go put away the catsup, how would you know how to get there? It's a mental map that tells you, to go out of the dining room and take a left and open the refrigerator and put stuff in. And then you can advance on to kind of relating it to animals and whether or not animals use mental maps. And the answer, you can ask the kids that, and the answer would be yes. They use mental maps to help them navigate. And this book is a great book that illustrates that as the crow flies. It's like here's as the eagle soars from the mountains, a stream flows through a meadow where a tall tree stands. So that's how the eagle knows how to get to his tree. He knows he's got to go by the mountains and the stream and a meadow and a tree, and then there's his tree. So that's just a really simple example of how animals would use a mental map. In my research, I found out too that dolphins can use the shape of the seafloor as a mental map. I thought that was kind of interesting. So after you've discussed what a mental map is and why it's important for people and animals to be able to do that, you could ask the students to draw their own mental map, like of their house or of their own room. And I don't know if I have that book, but I wouldn't spend a lot of time on that because then the big memory activity is sneak a peek. So sneak a peek is the second part, and with sneak a peek, you're going to fill up an egg carton with items. And for the older kids, you'll put more items in. For the younger kids, you'll put less items in. And these items will be in their own individual Ziploc bags, in an even bigger Ziploc bag, in a bigger plastic. No. So what you'll do is you'll arrange these ahead of time, and then you'll kind of preface it by asking the kids that they're going to have to try to memorize what's in there, and help them to think about what clues, what are they going to look at, what's sitting next to each other, how many items are in a row, any kind of mental mapping kind of clues that are going to help them. So you'll show them this, you'll let them look at it. Again, for the younger kids, probably a little longer than for the older kids. And then you're going to close it, and every kid gets their own egg carton and their own bag, and they have to duplicate to the best that they can what was in your egg carton. Does that make sense? So.
And in what order, too?
Yeah, you go for if you can get it in the right order. My 7-year-old got like 2 wrong. I got 3 wrong when we were practicing. So, and then if you want to, if the kids are having fun and you want to try again, or have one of the kids organize it and everybody else do it, that would be a good adaptation for this activity. But you want to talk about and compare your results and why was it hard, why was it easy, and what kind of mental map did they have to form to remember what was in the box. And then at the bottom it says another way to demonstrate how animals use mental maps is map migration activity, and that, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get larger maps, but if I don't, these will work just fine. And you can put 2 of these on the ground, and take the first one, and you can pull items out of here and place it along the map. And that could simulate, like, for instance, like what landmarks the monarch butterfly might have, or probably more than likely it would be a bird that would have landmarks than the butterfly, but that they would have to fly by that they would notice. Again, another simulation of a mental map. So they could look at that and then cover it, and then with the other one as a group, they can use the objects and put them, hopefully put them in the right spot so those poor animals don't get lost. So it's just all illustrating and getting them familiar with how navigating and mental maps